How is that looking? Perfect. Yep, breaking out the good old game capture. It has been a while. We would have the now playing logos and the webcam from our stream. We are loaded for bear. Okay.
I like to think so.
Speaking of loaded, let's see. Let's do. You hold down the
I'm
button.
not sure how I feel about you saying, speaking of loaded, and then you go to the front of the female character.
That's stacked, not
She
loaded.
is not equipped with ballistics.
No, what I mean is that we are loaded up with magic. We have this yellow catalyst from the from Hostur. We dealt with him. The problem is that I have no souls. So what was I doing last time? We have an epee rapier. We have a redundancy. We have.
It's actually a contradiction, and a pay is not a rapier.
How many boss souls do I have? Wriggling, Colorless, Gray, Leechmonger. Oh, we were about to go fight Astraea, weren't we? Where? I know. Blighttown 1 isn't the right level. I must have been helping somebody run through this level or something. Let's go back to the Nexus and see what areas we actually have, available to us. Because I know I've beaten the Leechmonger because I have the good night, Mog.
Good night, Mog.
Because I had I remember killing him. We were walking right up and one-shotting him with Firestorm. So we know we've taken care of him. Good old PS3 loading screens. Well, Blighttown 1 is the way to Astraea. I just remember that we've done at least. Yeah, so we have beaten him, but not got any further. No wonder I stopped. We were looking at Valley of Defilement 2.
Speaking of leeches, by the way.
Yeah. We just can't get away from leeches, So I haven't beaten Old Hero. Have not beaten. So we have two of the worst levels in the game ahead of us. I know we've beaten that one. I know we've beaten. Yep. How hard did we get in Molitaria? So we beat the Penetrator. So we basically have the three hardest levels in the game left to deal with. That is wonderful. Okay. Let's see. What spells do we want to go into? And let's check our world tendency too. That's going to be important. Valley of Defilement, pure white. Shrine of Storms, pure black. Did I go and dispose of Satsuki yet? I probably don't have the item in my inventory, even if I did. Well, regardless, let's go meet with what's her name? Selin Vinland. So let's go meet her in Defilement 2 after we talk to Sage Frake.
Bravo! I can't have my thank you.
New magic.
Let's see. We have. Unfortunately, we turned his soul into a catalyst, and we turned this one into Firestorm. So we're missing out on some good spells, unfortunately.
Do you not have those souls anymore?
No, I decided not to dupe them for this game, because that's not something. My rule for this one was I could only get items I could farm for, and there's no bonfire ascetics in this game. Light weapon could be good. That's a stronger version of enchant weapon. What is Yuria? What can she do for us? We got Firestorm from her.
Are you here? Very well.
We can get Ignite. That's combustion. Unfortunately, I think we cashed in the spider for the flame spray spell. And that's also the penetrator. Curse is completely insane. It doubles your damage in exchange for 3 slots and lots of MP. So I think I will show that off just to see how completely insane it can get. And we can't do anything else for now. Okay. The one we use Astraea Soul 4, that's gonna be a tricky one. So I may end up letting you guys vote on what we cash her soul in for. So let's do Valley of Defilement then. So we want to remember. We're going to want. I think my thought was Fire Spray with a stronger catalyst was the way to go. Basically, cheaper spells to do more damage to make up for the fact that equipping it halves your MP. And the warding spell probably not worth it because it's 2 slots, and again it eats up too much MP. So we'll do protection for the big guys, and then we'll do... I don't think that works on them. This does work on Old Hero. I'll have to remember that. Yeah. Yeah, then I think good old basic enchant weapon to round that out. Okay.
Thank you.
And do I have the faith for miracles? I don't believe so. I do not. Okay, obviously if we did, then that would be a good time to use the poison curing one. Alright. Valley of Defilement 2. This is probably my least favorite level in any Souls game. So quick little question here. How many of you want me to kind of rush through this one as best I can? Anyway, it's still a tough stage. And then how many want to? Oh, did I need to put anything away? Item bird? No, I'm good. I'm good on equipment. Cling ring sharpness looks good. Yeah, how many of you want me to explore, and then how many want me to just kind of go on to? I mean, I'll be playing long enough tonight to at least finish Valley of Defilement. So you will get to see Maiden Astraea, which is one of the cooler fights in the Souls games. Magda says rush it. That sounds like a plan to me, madam. Oh, you, right. Forget about you. Grass. Oh. Welp. That was an early start. It's for almost every agonizing detail, but kidding. And Lorax wants me to suffer. Ghostdeath throws in a vote for Matt Damon's soul. No, unfortunately, we can't claim that one. No, he's only a demon in Kevin Smith movies. I think, was he in Dogma? I don't remember. I know he and Ben Affleck were in a bunch of those. What the heck? Okay, see, in my defense here, just going a little, I haven't played Demon Souls since September, but the bigger problem is I've been playing a lot of Dark Souls 2 recently. And how Dark Souls 2 works is that you have to overcorrect on your movements because it automatically snaps your diagonals to basically 8-way run. You can't move in certain angles, basically. And so I'm just not used to. But I will be careful this time. Matter of fact, let's two-hand it so I can block and kind of keep things centered.
Though you probably should have been careful before now.
Well, yes. Well, I haven't had any souls to worry about. So. Okay. Now we've got you coming up, Mr. Kobold. Ooh, not quite a one-shot. That's a little unfortunate. I think these guys are weak to fire, so the FA Rapier should do some good there. Alright, I did not have the... Yep. That shortcut is very nice. Obviously, we have to pretty much finish the level before we can use it, though. Okay, Soul Arrow. Yeah, so not quite doing it in one. Can I... I bet that will do it in one. Nope. Oh, I was hoping the 7 for the little Goomba stomp would have been enough to actually finish him. Yeah, he was like, he was the fallen angel in that one. You're right. Okay, so basically, the only thing we're missing by doing everything is there is a Black Phantom out there, and I think she's guarding the cat ring. I want to say, and that could be useful, as we've seen. I've taken some falls earlier, so I will head out that way. She shouldn't be too hard to kill with the spells we have. That's pretty handy too. Granted, I'm allowing myself to dupe souls because I can farm them. Well, not to dupe boss souls, but just souls in general. Oh, something died. 56 souls. 100. So what's out there dying that's only worth a couple souls? Yeah, you can see between torches and items that your first time out in the swamp makes it a little easier to... Oh, what is that? Ah, just grass. Dark moon. Okay. Like I said, it's never played a Souls game before. Well, that's what LPs are for, right? There she is. Okay. The problem is she walks freely in the swamp, even though there's no rusted iron ring in this game, and we don't. So you want to get to higher ground. Okay. Well, I tried to roll past her, but I must have been counted as being in a swamp there, even though it didn't look like I was. Yeah, that's another problem. You can't actually roll in swamp in this one. So, okay. So I will. And that's giving me the warning sign I was being a little loud, so I'll try to watch that.
Yeah, you were totally the radio host shilling a product.
And by now we'll include
gravity. You can't fight it. You can't stop it. It will end you. Gravity.
mind in the game. I can do this. Well, the important thing is that since I can't kill them in one shot with a soul arrow anyway, let's go ahead and use the fire spray, and well, we will just rely on that. And then likewise, until I get through here. Lorax Wayne suffers 4 times now. Yeah, it sounds about right. Okay. Find you. So that does it in 3. I'm thinking the Ring of Magical Sharpness may not be worth it, considering that I can't bring it down to killing them in 2 hits. Yeah. So that does it in 3. Let's try getting the Fragrant Ring. Two. 1, 2. Okay. I have a plan. Oh, I don't have it though. Where's my yellow hat? Well, okay. In that case, I don't have a plan. Okay, I guess we're going to go with the Ring of Magical Sharpness after all, and just go for the. Just do the best we can. Mog asks, do I have the Cling Ring? Yes, I have it currently equipped. I have the Cling and Magical Sharpness ring on. I have enough HP with Sway here that it would be pretty noticeable if I didn't have the Cling Ring on. All right, start heading toward the. And I need to be this time. I'm just going to be really careful about where I stand to make sure I've got room to roll. Because if you can backstab these enemies, obviously that's pretty ideal with the War Scythe. Or I think the size, as the European version put it. And then Lorax said, "Don't forget the Dole Rats ring. Master Splinter doesn't have time for us screwing around." So I can't roll anywhere on here. I have to be on the actual raised ground. Okay. That'll work. Now, where is our red phantom? Sucker Stone is for suckers, you see. Yeah, that is the item that upgrades for bleed weapons, I want to say. Okay, this is where I was before. I mean, she should be around here somewhere. Thing is, unlike a lot of Dark Souls enemies, the Red Phantom out here actually patrols. She has a pretty good swath of swamp on her beat. So that last time I just happened to have aggroed her pretty early on. There she is. Okay. Yeah, and if you have a bow, you can actually, attack her from quite a ways away. So this time around, we're going to want to use protection. I had the wrong weapon equipped. Ooh. Oh, even with the heal, this still got me. I don't remember her ever giving me trouble before. That's a weird thing. Like rolling around that spell was definitely unexpected. So let's see. I think I think this time I will just basically, aggro her from a fair bit away, not bother with the magic and everything, and just lure her back to some solid ground. Also get a weapon ready I can use enchant weapon with. Well, then again, actually the FA Rapier did some pretty respectable damage. And that will do it in 3 even. Okay, even without switching. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, I think if I lure her back here, I should be in pretty good shape. I never did get a very good answer as to how like poison and stuff like that worked in Demon Souls. Like some people were saying the meters were just invisible, and then some people were saying that there was just a random chance every time you were exposed to it, based on your resistance scores, that you would be affected or not. Also, just for convenience sake, if I have the grass that removes statuses as well as, yeah, I think a Dark Moon to cure that and get away from her would be ideal. To take care of the poison, so I won't have any more damage. I'll probably get poisoned again on the way back, but that'll still help out quite a bit. Okay, here we are again. Start moving towards the. There's my bloodstain. Okay, let's keep our eyes open. There she is. Okay. Obviously, she'll gain ground when we have to. Okay. So you're kind of following me in the background there. Alright. Running towards back where we started. Oh, we lost her somewhere in the middle there. So this won't work. Eventually she'll kind of get tired of our nonsense and run back. Okay, there she is. I think the only real solution for it is to buff up and try to poke her down safely with the up A. Oh. Minding the game's way. And plus, if I can keep her fighting on these platforms, where I won't need to... Wake up call. Oh my gosh, I got poisoned again? Seriously? There we go. See, that's what I'm used to when you fight her. Okay, that's decent. Let's get some spice going. I think that's everything from over there on that side. So start grabbing the stuff. Yeah, I don't think there are any other enemies out here. Just some goodies to grab. There it is, cat ring. Yeah, basically in Demon Souls, if you raise your dexterity and use the cat ring, you can eventually get to the point where anything that won't kill you will do nothing to you, which is pretty great. Aha, pure sucker stone. I already used a sucker joke earlier, but yeah, basically bleed weapons just really aren't worth it in this game. Bleed is just a different flavor of poison, I guess, much like in Darkest Dungeon. That's useful though, considering there's no flame weapon spell in this game. And then use a late moon grass. I believe the grass healing is halved if you're poisoned. And you can see that we're poisoned with that purple indicator under Sway's name there. But yeah, the other advantage of going the long way around is you can sneak up behind Cobalt Island here, and like there's a big one right up there. I think it's safe to take him on. Just wait a couple shots from the back like this. I'm going to buff up anyway just to be on the safe side. That heal up. Forgot how stupid the hitboxes were on these guys. There we go. And nobody else heard a thing. Let's not do all that just to get killed by one of the little ones. There we go. Excellent. More late moon grass. The big guy dropped nothing. That's unfortunate. They can actually drop the humanity items of this game, the Stones of Ephemeral Eyes. Poison should be... There it goes. Poison should be just running out. I think at this point I'm going to switch on the Fragrant Ring, because I'll be using a lot of magic to blast these enemies at a distance. So I'll just be using this to make the damage back up. Because once you get into this part of the level, we'll have mosquitoes to fight. Okay. I guess let's tag in some basic grass to deal with the small amounts of damage we'll be taking. We have a good stock of crescent, we do. Alright. Normally, once you get to this part of stage 2, you're in pretty good shape. There are a couple tricky parts left, but especially near the end. I mean, well, hello. And whatever you do, make sure not to fall off, because otherwise you forfeit your progress here on this side, basically. Unfortunately, Selen is down there. So I guess what I might do is whenever I get the shortcut, come back and then talk to her then. Whoa. There's camera angles and controller silliness again. Okay, and here's the tricky part of the upper area. There are like eight of those, like the guys with the picks or pokers or whatever up there. If you have I think you can use the, we don't need poison right now, so let's use you have a temporary item, yeah, the soul remains, right. I think you can use this to lure them in. Let's find out. Yeah. So we're just going to hang back and just blast these guys for a bit. Okay, that got a couple of them. Let's see if there's any more hiding up in there. Should be able to see them from the... Okay, at least if there are They're not active now. Okay, I think that may have done it. So maybe not as many as I thought there were. Yeah, it's like a lot of people will just like always go for, you know, just focusing on melee and everything in Souls games. So there's nothing wrong with that, but remembering your magical options, you know, is good too. Like, I've actually had to fight all those guys who hand to hand. That would have been a lot trickier. All right, crescent moon. Then I need to remember to. I think I probably want to. I think I probably want both of the lure item. Probably want both the lure item and the the poison cure when I get to the end part of it. Hi. Oh. I don't remember what they inflict on you, but I'm sure it's not good. I would assume bleed, you know. I'm also tempted to run and go get the Moonlight sword while we're out here, but without having any faith with this character, because the Moonlight Greatsword is a faith weapon in this one. How was the fire going to do against the leeches? That's not bad, actually. So 3 hits for them. I mean, I bet this will do it in 2. Yeah. Cool. But yeah, basically, there is a slug hive thing up there. If you go all the way up there, you can knock it down, and yeah, there will be something there in the middle. That being said, okay, yes, it's still up there. I wonder if you could knock it down from up top with a bow. That would kind of violate the tenets of the run, wouldn't it? Quite the impressive arcs you can do, though. Anyway, but that's where it is. I may as well at least see what's over here, though. We want this one back so we can kill them in 3. What? Okay, I guess I was in muck. Two, 3. I guess the ragdolls are kind of flying in such ways that it blocked one of them. Yeah, I think the ragdoll actually blocked that hit. Okay. Interesting. Didn't quite work as planned. But yeah, the ragdolls actually blocked the firebolts. Huh. Did not expect that. Well, regardless, at this point, let's just run past the remaining ones. Well, there's enough slugs there that could be a bad idea. Yeah, that would be a bad idea. So we got late moon. I didn't mean to do the fancy dodge move there. How did you get behind me? Well, nothing wrong with racking up a couple more souls before we have the merchant at the end of the level. Got one right there next to me. Excuse me. Here. I thought I got a prompt to pick something up. Yeah, there it is. It is easy to get overwhelmed if you're not careful, because you can't roll to do a sudden dodge if you get enough of them are on you. Yeah, once the is it just the water that's blocking it? Yeah, it must just be like the water was actually blocking the firebolts. Interesting. Okay. Oh, look at that. It's like they're kind of stacked on each other. Oh dear. Well, anyway, let's. I think at this point it's probably safe to run past the rest of them and get whatever was back here. What if there's just an infinite number of leeches until you go deal with the and all that for a chunk of the sucker stone? Man, frame rate is not reacting well to all this stuff. Okay, well, regardless, that was enough of that nonsense for now. So let's switch back to the poison. And we just got poisoned recently, so cure that. And Crescent. We'll just Crescent back up. Now, the big thing to worry about is there are two more of the giant guys, whatever they are. And there's one of them right there, in fact. Here's the thing, as long as you have room to maneuver, they're not too bad. So basically dodge them and then lock on, so you can make sure you hit them. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some grass. Be ready for this guy. And I'm starting to think that the damage just isn't worth it on the catalyst here. Then again, as long as I'm using the fire spray, it's probably my best choice. Mog was asking, did I have to get the Moonlight Sword? No, you have to go up the ramps around and knock down the nest in order to get the Moonlight Greatsword. Yeah, it's a faith weapon in this game. That's why I didn't bother getting it. Okay, let's hit him with as much stuff as we can. Oh, got hit anyway. I guess we want to get out of here. I feel to get himself hung up on stuff. Jeez. Okay. Oh, there's so much damage. What do we got? Ah, excellent. Yeah, that's the humanity item of this game. Alright. Okay, so this is where I think if we run over this way, this will eventually lead up to where we can get the Moonlight Greatsword. Either that is just optional stuff and it was back up there. Oh, lots of leeches. Not leeches, mosquitoes. Okay. Yeah, this is where we eventually have to go get the Moonlight Greatsword. So we might as well, while we're doing pretty much everything in this level. Also, I think I'm going to put use one of these, and then put the as soon as we deal with you first. I'm gonna go put the cat ring on in case I fall off. So that would be instead of the fragrant ring. Because yeah, it is definitely possible to fall off while you're trying to scale your way up here. And Lorax says, hey, leeches and mosquitoes are kind of similar. Hey, if you say it, I'm not going to try to defend it. Yeah, if it's good enough defense for you, then it's good enough for me. Yeah, luckily, the lunge you do with the another shard. The lunge you do with the rapier should let me get the first strike on these guys. And the problem is that it then leads me to the tile next to them. Yeah, I'm getting slowly but surely relearning how the platforming, the eccentricities for Demon Souls. Okay. Oh, we probably want to... There we go. Yeah, now that I know it was the water blocking the shots and not the corpses, frees me up to attack them. Okay, but basically you just knock this down. You can use a spear, you can use pretty much anything. I'm just going to use this. There we go. Yeah, I guess they were hatching the Moonlight Greatsword in there. I have the cat ring. I can just drop straight down if I want to. Ah, what's this? Ooh, not bad, not bad. Well, that is a lot of that's a lot of leeches around that soul, or around that sword.
That might actually be slugs.
Slugs, not leeches. I just have leeches on the brain after all of our Darkest Dungeon misadventures. Do I have... I can't even lock onto them from up here. So... I guess the best bet is to drop down and... Yes, do it from a lower vantage point. Can we climb up? Drat. You can scale some chest-high walls in Demon Souls, but not that one, apparently. Okay, I don't think there's anything for it but to start killing slugs. So, let's do we have any black fire bombs? This would be a good time to burn some of them up, especially if they're just sitting, applying the weight to my inventory. Yeah, a couple fire bombs. And then we definitely want the magical sharpness in that. Okay. Oh, hello. You can see him there. Why am I doing more damage now? Oh, I didn't have the Ring of Magical Sharpness on earlier. I had the... was still killing them in 3 hits, so... That's one of the big things that you need to remember for games like this, you know... well, not only games like this, but pretty much every kind of game. That if you're not getting a meaningful increase out of your equipment, like, because the only thing that matters is changing the number of hits it takes to kill an enemy. The actual number is irrelevant, except in as much as it gets you there. Okay. Stone. Actually, there weren't that many leeches there, so I think I may poison down, heal up, and just run in there and grab it. Maybe let's use protection first. Bye, slugs. Bye, slugs. Okay. Drat. Well, I think we're done here. We've gotten the FromSoft signature weapon. And with that, one more poison cure. One more spice. And I think basically there are 2 schools of thought to going through Kobold Town. Oh, I should have waited on that last bit because there's one last round. Okay, I didn't get poisoned there though. Bog said, "Thanks, slugs." The slugs. Now you want to keep this location in mind. this is where the lady moves to, and she does not move again. She will be here the rest of the game unless you or an enemy accidentally kills her.
Hey, I know you. Won't you buy something? My poor child is sick. He needs your help.
She sells some unique armor, like if you didn't start out with it. The poison arrows, which are always great if that's your bag, and faint stone. I think she also sells the stones of ephemeral eyes too. Black turpentine. We're good to go on that. Okay. Plague. Yeah, we have enough to cure plague. Plague is only a threat in the next level, basically. I think we're pretty much good to go. Well, maybe for some fashion souls, we'll grab the Mirrodin mail. Yeah, I think that's good for fire. Yeah, it's good for fire. And we should have we got the room for it too. So we need another 3,000 souls.
Finished all you.
Storied hero sold. Not bad. That will do it right there, actually.
Please buy.
Cool.
Finished already. I only want.
Okay, but yeah, like I was saying, basically two schools of thought to getting through here. You can either use a lot of like the demon pranks and just try to lure the kobolds away from you. That's one way to do it. Or you just painstakingly go through here and kill them all. Given that the only real argument for killing them is to grab an armor set near the end that is male only, I think I may just kill a couple of them to get a beachhead, and then just run to the exit. So this is why I wanted to keep the where the soul remains handy. So you can distract them as you run for the shortcut. Good night, Phoenix. Oh, Mog posted a link in there. What is that about? I don't have time to check for it. But basically, you want to go up and over. Oh. Re-equip that crescent. The soul remains. Arg! Oh my gosh, they're good. I didn't know you could. I didn't know if you could pull yourself up from that one or not. Okay. Ah, darn it. Well. Well, that sucks. We didn't make it to the break point, or to the shortcut.